friends.
Hey, what's up?
So, we're doing a video. Yay!
Yeah. Yay! Finally, look, water behind us. Yay! Okay.
No, we did not buy a boat.
No, not on this budget.
Not on our budget.
Nope.
But we are at the waterfront.
Yeah.
And it's windy, so hopefully you can hear us. Hopefully the wind isn't too ridiculous. We're learning that the wind is a real thing here.
Yeah.
Very windy. Last night we did the art show at my sister's store, and it's all outside, and the wind was ridiculous. It was only 56 degrees outside, which normally I would be like, oh my gosh, it's freezing, Florida girl, freezing. But it wasn't bad until that wind kicked in.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh,
right through you.
Yeah, very, very chilly. So we're gonna give some updates on the van life. So what do you wanna start with?
Let's start with the moisture in a van.
The moisture in the van
is plug your ears, kids. Bullshit.
Watch your mouth.
It is. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah.
We tried these little containers. I don't know what they are. What are they? Like the
damp rid.
Yeah, damp rid. Damp rid out of my face. Because
I don't know what that means.
They're stupid and they don't work. Okay. Maybe if you got one person, maybe if you have one person in a van, they might work. But if you've got two people and two cats in a minivan, and people are like, crack your windows. We did last night.
Yeah,
Guess what happened? Didn't work.
I mean, it was probably a little better, but it didn't work. So the plan is, though, that we are going to eventually get a heater. Plugs into the cigarette lighter in your car.
I think 12 volt.
And we're hoping that may help.
Yeah. Some kind of.
Because we've also tried, like, one of the nights were really nice out, and so we ran the fan.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't help. Cracking the windows is not helping.
If you have a proven method, please comment below and let us know. Proven. Not like a hypothesis, like I heard from a guy who heard from a guy.
Well, I mean, if they've heard from someone and it works,
Like that also depends on, I don't know, but it's like I gotta use those little blue towels, and I reuse them because it's just water, and wipe the windows, like the front window down in the mornings.
Also more eco-friendly to
it's eco-friendly as well.
So, and we're trying that.
So that's one of the things we're having to deal with.
And it's not a huge issue because we do wipe down the interior. Obviously, like when we turn the car on and we do like the whole defrost thing, that helps dry it out.
I mean, we do have to actually let the van sit on on about 1.5 RPMs, like my foot in the gas slightly, for like 10 minutes. Timed it, 10 minutes. Otherwise, that girl will not go anywhere. She'll be like, I'm gonna die.
It stalls out. Yeah. Now, mind you, we've already put more money into the van than it's probably worth.
Probably. But you live and you learn. And it did get us here.
It did get us here.
So, yeah.
And it's getting us around town, and it's getting us to fun.
Yeah.
And
she just needs a little time to like clear the throat and be like, warm up a little bit.
Yeah. And tomorrow it'll get me to my job interview.
Yeah.
I have a job interview tomorrow. It is a part-time local gig within my realm of
expertise.
I guess, what I went to school for. So it's in the education realm. So because we do plan on being here for a while, especially since we want to really save up for a new van, hopefully like an extended cargo, which would be awesome.
Sweet as all get out.
Awesome. Okay, anyways. So that... What was that?
I don't know. Okay. Oh,
babe.
the cats.
The cats.
The cats are
Aw,
loving
girls.
it. Like, we're sitting at a picnic table, and we're looking in the parking lot, and not now, but like, you could see Alice like sitting in the windshield.
She likes to sit on the dashboard.
sunbathe.
Yeah.
So she's chilling
But
out.
she loves it.
Yeah.
She just loves to look out the window, and they do not attempt to leave the van.
No.
When
We
the
open the door,
doors
they're like,
open,
nope.
they go under the futon or they find a little hiding spot. They don't really care for the outside, it seems, which I'm okay with, because if they just want to stay in the van, that's cool. It's beautiful here. The weather is awesome. We leave the windows cracked. They're fine. They have all their water. They have their food. They are not suffering. They are enjoying it. They cuddle together. It's so cute. Yeah, they're having a blast. Well, at least I think they're having a blast.
Right.
They can't talk.
Right. They don't seem distressed. They don't seem like
No, they
they're
don't.
like
No, they
overly
don't.
stressed out or anything. They seem very relaxed.
But I don't know if I told you guys, we had the harnesses on them, right?
Yeah.
And so last week we took it off Alice, and we noticed she had a scab on the back of her neck.
Right in the back.
And we think it's because she was trying to, your hands are cold, yes.
I know. Super cool.
We think she was trying to get it off of her. But we took it off of her and she's healed up, so that's good. And I don't know if we're planning on putting the harnesses back on them anytime soon, because they're not giving us any indication that they want to leave the vehicle. I think if they do, then
I think that we'll worry more about that when it warms up a little bit.
yeah.
When they're going to be probably more anxious to get outside to kind of
Hold
look
on.
around.
I'm going to turn this around and hopefully you can see her.
The gold van.
The only van over
Yeah.
there. Okay, you know what? That wasn't a smart way to do it.
No.
Guys, come on! Don't expect too much.
Here,
from
hold
me.
on. I got this. Hold on. I got this. You can go like this, and look. See that van
See her? See that white?
right
blob?
there, right there, and there's a white blob in the window. That's the cat.
And she's looking right at us.
Yeah, and she's like, guys, this is so awesome.
Yeah, she likes it.
Yeah, she's not allowed in the windshield when we are driving or
No,
in my passenger seat.
absolutely
She
not.
knows better. She knows
Yeah.
it right now.
And we basically, like, she'll go and she'll sit down on one of our seats if we're out of the vehicle, and she knows that when we go to open the door, she jumps in the back.
Right.
She's pretty smart like that.
Yeah.
Smart girl.
Pretty cool.
So we have really cool news.
Yes. I's excited.
He is very excited. So
Very
today,
much so.
Today, Mom and I and us, Mom,
Me too.
the three of us,
Me too.
went to a flea market so we can try to help her.
They're called flea malls here.
They are called flea
Didn't know that.
malls, which
Very
is
interesting.
Interesting because in Florida they're called flea markets.
Yeah.
But, anyways, we're trying to help her get rid of some of her inventory because she has a lot and she's stressing out about it. So we're trying to help her. So we went over there, and she said, "Do you guys want your housewarming gift? Or do you want to see your housewarming gift?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Housewarming gift."
Love
So
presents.
she brings us.
She does presents too.
Huh?
So you love presents too?
I love
I
presents.
think everybody loves presents, no matter what it is.
I
Like,
mean,
here's a piece of chewing gum.
if you're
like,
gonna
"Oh my
say that you
God."
don't love presents, are you really being honest with yourself?
Yeah, really. Are you where you need to be at in your life if you don't love presents? Okay.
Sort out
moving
your
along.
priorities,
Yeah.
people.
If you don't like presents, figure it out.
Okay, so she brings over this
It looks like a
Big.
black carrying case.
Like,
Looks like a
2.5 by
I don't know.
2 feet bag.
Yeah,
It's rectangle with
Folding
something
table?
pretty heavy in it, and we're thinking,
Folding table.
awesome! It's a table, so that when
Something
we're
bony.
camping,
Yeah.
we have something to cook on. So we open it up, and sure enough, like, it looked like a table.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's a
oh,
table."
cool, a table. And she's like, no.
Nope.
And so we opened it a little more.
It's a 100-watt folding solar panel.
Solar panel.
Solar panel.
Solar panel, people.
Solar
Panel.
panel. Apparently she'd had it for a while,
Yeah.
and she's not going to use it. And she was like, oh, because I love the idea of using solar.
He's been talking about solar
Yeah.
since we started
Renewable
talking
energy,
about
people.
Vanlife.
Boop, boop.
So we're still a little bit of a ways away from actually doing it, but we're one step closer. Super exciting, because let me tell you, you think about the things that you miss, right? And one of the things I was thinking about is I miss being able to charge my phone
Without having to sit in a
at all
McDonald's
times.
or a Waffle House or
Yeah. Especially like
somewhere else.
because I don't sleep very well.
Oh, she's a really super early riser, like 5:30 or so in the morning.
Yeah, and I don't go to sleep very early.
Earlier.
And I don't go to sleep very early either. But I've had a lot of jobs that that have me up and going by 6 a.m. I worked at Starbucks for 5 years while I was in college, and I used to work that was earlier than 6 a.m. I used to work the 4:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. shift, which was my favorite. And then teaching. I taught for 6 years, and so I always had to get up early so I could be with it when I saw the kids. But I miss my cell phone charger all the time. So having a solar panel, we have cigarette lighters, and yes, we can charge it in the phone, but right now we only have the one outlet. So it's either one of us are charging our phones, and because we're in areas that we're not super familiar with, we're using a lot of our GPS on our phones, our Google Maps or our Waze or something like that. So we are using a lot of our phones. And then YouTube.
Yeah.
So there's something else that I said the other day that I really miss, and I can't remember what it was. We were walking around Walmart, and I'm like, man, it's so silly, but I really miss that. So when I think of it, I'll tell you. But I don't remember what it was. Apparently, I don't miss it that much. Okay, so we talked about the moisture in the van. We talked about the solar panel. Thanks, Mom. Talked about, you guys. So I'm sorry I keep looking away from the camera, but it is absolutely gorgeous.
It's a really beautiful day out.
It's beautiful out here. And there is not a cloud in the sky.
No.
It's just gorgeous. The sun's starting to go down at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Which is weird for us, but so we ran across a little grocery store.
It's spelled L-I-D-L?
L-I-D-L. So
L-I-D-L, little.
Little.
Right.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
What's it like? What's the store like? It's like a Save-A-Lot, almost.
No, it's kind of like a Save-A-Lot. Yeah, it's kind of like a Save-A-Lot. It's also, if anyone's familiar with Aldi, A-L-D-I, Aldi. But we have found some amazing, very well-priced food.
Yummy black bean chips.
Black bean,
Delicious.
like tortilla chips.
Yeah, delicious.
It has 3 ingredients in it. It's black beans, rice, and sunflower oil. I think.
Yeah,
3 ingredients.
Oil. Yeah.
These are delicious.
So good.
And it's a good source of fiber.
And protein. It has some protein.
And
like 5 grams protein preserving. Whatever.
That's not a lot of protein, but it's good. And they have these delicious loaves of French bread
For like
69 cents.
Bring your
69
own,
cents.
Bring your own reusable bag.
Oh yeah, those. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
those
that
little
Save-A-Lot
Boldy
does that.
bags.
They make.
Yeah.
They have bags available, but you have to purchase them, and
I don't know what kind of money you're making, but we don't purchase bags at stores like that.
Well,
all the time.
and for a while we've been we get the reusable bags from either Walmart or Publix, which I know not a lot of people know what Publix is, but Publix is a grocery store. I believe it used to be just Florida, but they have branched out. There's one here. It's a drive. But if you've ever had Publix and you've ever had either their like fried chicken or their subs, delicious. So we're really excited about that store, and we found out that they are in other states.
There's New York, New Jersey,
Pennsylvania. So some of you may know what we're talking about.
I don't know. We had no idea it existed.
Speaking of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I have applied for a bunch of different jobs around here. Haven't heard anything back yet. But I applied for a couple different jobs at summer camps, like up north. And I heard back from one from Pennsylvania on Friday. Talked to the guy for 45 minutes, and he's going to give my resume and some more of my information to the executive chef that's in charge of the entire kitchen for the camp. And I should hear something back within the next week or two.
I guess it's kind of like, isn't it kind of like they call it like a banquet chef position,
yeah.
Which for David is not a big deal because he worked
in Afghanistan for 2 years, and we served like 2,500, 3,000 people per meal. So
military, but he wasn't in the military. No. It was one of those
a government contractor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, to cook for,
it's like 800 people.
800 people is probably going to be a breeze compared to
looking forward
soldiers.
To that. So I also get some other feelers out for other camps and stuff like that, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
And that's in Pennsylvania, so we may be able to spend
in the
summer.
Mountains. Yeah.
We may be able to spend the summer in Pennsylvania, which will kind of shift our plans a little bit because we really were wanting to go to Canada.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's not working 7 days a week entire summer, so maybe we can just take a weekend and just
From what I understand, the camp is within like an hour or so of like New York City and Philly, so
he's never been to New York City.
No. I don't think I've ever been to Philadelphia either.
I've been to both.
I hear it's a city of brotherly love, though.
I've been to both.
Yeah.
But there's like certain things that would be really fun to just take a day trip and go. Right. So we're really excited. And so if any of you are praying people, if you want to say a little word for
positive
us,
vibes.
Send us positive vibes,
good
energies, whatever you want to
call it.
We accept anything positive, and we would be greatly thankful. Wow, I can't talk. Words are hard. I've said this before. We would appreciate it a lot if you guys could keep us in your
thoughts, whatever.
Your good thoughts, your good vibes, your good energies, your prayers, all that good stuff.
Oh, you talk about the canopy up.
So we did have we've had another little
snafu.
Yeah, I mean
that's what we call it.
It's just a little thing that if we knew about it before, we could have prepared for it a little better. But so we have the cargo bag on the top of the van.
Waterproof.
The waterproof cargo bag. So I have I completely trust that it is waterproof.
Right.
However, apparently there were some pinholes.
Yeah, tiny little like you put the. So I took the bag off, pulled everything out, and stuff was wet here and there and everywhere.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you.
No, I will.
Okay.
So I take the bag off because I'm pulling stuff off, and I'm like, this is wet, and this is wet, and this is wet. It reminds me of the Eddie Izzard thing of like, did you dry this in a rainforest? And so I pull the bag out, and I'm like, there's got to be a hole in here somewhere. Holes, plural, something. And Steph's like, maybe you just didn't zip it right or something happened. I'm like, no, it's.
I mean, it wasn't. I didn't mean to blame you.
So I take the bag, and I'm like, she's like, how are you gonna figure out the things? I'm like, I got an easy way to do it. So I take the bag over my head, and it's dark. So when you look in the darkness, you can look for the pinholes of light like stars, and you can find where there's holes in it. So that's what I did. So I'm like, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, there's a hole. There's like a hole. And I'm pushing the thing. I'm like, hole there, hole there, hole there, hole there.
We're at my sister's house doing this in her
I've
driveway.
got a black vinyl bag over my head, standing in the driveway, going, "There's a hole here. There's a hole here. There's a hole there."
But, guys, we made lemonade out of that little lemon, and
sugar.
we just decided we emptied out some of the we emptied out some of the things in the bag.
Had to wash them.
Washed it, but then we weeded stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
We did some purging of some things that were like, yeah, we don't really need this. We're good. And then it's called garbage bags.
Yeah, we just wrap stuff in for now until we can get to a point where we can.
Until we can, get to a point.
Just wrap it in garbage bags.
Yeah,
tied it up good, and I was like, you know what? And the funny thing is that the holes weren't on the top of the bag; they're on the bottom. So if it were on the top, it would have been a lot worse. We could have been like, I would have been pulling off like a bag full of water, and probably had to throw away a lot of stuff because it probably would have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. And we took some of this. I mean, we've had some rain here, and we took a couple of the things out that we put in there today, and it was dry as a bone. So, it worked. It worked. So
solved.
They're just minor inconveniences, and that's all it is inconveniences.
But that's real live stuff.
It's real. It's not Instagram for us.
Yeah, I'm not standing in front of a lake in a bikini because no one wants to see that anyway, right?
It's getting chilly out.
Yeah. And funny thing is that we weren't informed that the sun goes down it starts going down 4 o'clock or so.
No, we were informed.
Okay.
But I think I said this on one of our previous videos. I had to call my mom and apologize to her because I thought she was cuckoo-cuckoo banana sandwich, that it was getting dark at 5 o'clock.
We're going to trademark that phrase right there.
Cuckoo-cuckoo
banana sandwich.
And I did. I called her that night that we got here, and we realized that it gets dark so early.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of a weird thing about van life too, because you're like, okay, what do I do? It's way too early to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So, but Mom, Miss Vivian, has really been helping us.
Yeah,
she's been showing us.
Cape.
She's been showing us the ropes about things that she does, and we're at a long video, but I mean, there's a lot to talk about. We haven't been very good about updating you all, and I apologize for that.
Yeah.
One thing I can say, and this is very personal to me, and it is what it is, but we said real talk.
Real.
So
I
a couple of years ago had been diagnosed with general anxiety disorder, PTSD, depression, and agoraphobia. There are ways that I cope. There are ways that I get through it, but I've had a couple of really bad panic attacks that have ended me up in the hospital. Not since we've been on the road, but I did have a really bad panic attack, and we were at the Walmart parking lot, and it was just bad. It lasted for about 30 minutes. I couldn't breathe. I quickly exited the van, and I just left David. I got to get out of here, and I left, and the only thing I could think of, it was a really cold night, but the only thing I could think of is I needed to get warm. So, went inside, and he came in, and all I was doing was sitting on a bench, and I'm focusing on my breathing and focusing on, there's little things that you can do when you're having a panic attack if you can remember to do them, but focus on things that, I don't remember, but there's it's 1, 2, and 3. So, for example, it could be 1, tell yourself one thing that you actually see, 2 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can smell. it may not be those exact things, but it brings you into the moment, or it's supposed to bring you into the moment and help you to kind of calm yourself down. So I've been dealing, and my mom, bless her little heart, she's been gone. She left Florida a while ago, and we haven't spent too much time with her or together since. This was about 2 years ago I got my diagnosis. Yeah. So in that 2 years we haven't spent much time together, so she hasn't really she got to see it last night. Got to see it. It wasn't a full-blown panic attack, but my anxiety I was amped up. It was through the roof. And she, poor thing, was concerned that it was Vanlife that was doing it. And I said, no, Mom. I'm like, I would be like this if I was in my comfy bed in my apartment. And many times I would have an anxiety attack, in the apartment or out in public or at my job, or, they happen whenever. So that is a struggle, though. I will tell you that's a real struggle, especially in an environment that you're not
bicycles.
Especially in an environment that you're not like super familiar with, to be able to get to a point where you're calm. But David was awesome because he, when I was having that panic attack in Walmart, he came in and we were sitting on the bench, and he was just, slowly rubbing my back, and that helped a lot, because that was like one of those things where it's like, okay, I can feel that I'm here, I'm in this moment, nothing is wrong, I am not in danger, so, and that just kind of, it's just one of those things. But I mean, I'm okay, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but I'm okay. But that is a struggle, and I'm actually really thrilled that I have someone with me, because I told my mother, I was like, there's no way I would do this if I was single. And
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Man.
All you solo female dwellers,
not even female, I mean, don't put people into
all
a
you
box
solo
like that.
Dwellers, like, thumbs up to you folks.
Absolutely.
Because like, we see how hard it is sometimes, and like how much preparation you have to go into to like get your rig set up.
You have to think
for
about
at night to go sleep.
Yeah, you have to think about every little thing.
Right.
Okay, where am I going to do this? Where am I going to do
park?
that? How am I going to,
right.
how
and
are we going to work food situations? What are we going to do here? So you are constantly thinking, and you're constantly, it's not a bad thing though. It's just different. And it's so nice to have a partner with you. But if you're solo, especially a solo female,
bravo.
Yeah. Mom's a rock star.
Yeah.
Mom is a rock
Straight
star.
up gangster.
Yeah. I'm in awe. I don't know how she does it, but she does, and she loves it, and I just applaud her. It's fun with him. I'm glad we're doing this together. I'm glad that we were on the same page about doing this journey. Yeah. Okay, I think we've rambled.
Yeah.
Have we rambled too much?
No,
at this point?
no, because they haven't we haven't done an actual video.
Not an actual video, but that live with
episode.
Mom the other night was fun. So I don't know if any of you guys caught that. You know what? I don't think any of her winners are our subscribers, but if you happen to know any of the winners, like no one has emailed her
giveaway.
No one has emailed my mom
Email her back.
with the address, with their addresses, so she can send the stuff.
Yeah.
The gifts, the prizes, whatever. So spread the word. Send Vivian your address if you won the live. Yeah, so we can send that stuff out to you.
But yeah, and we're gonna try to hope to do like more regular videos like we were doing before.
Yeah. It's just been, Mom's here, and it's been exciting, and it's been busy, and I think soon we want to go over to Beaufort. They have this like a old burial ground.
Yeah, it's an old cemetery, I think.
Yeah,
I can't remember exactly what it's
there's
called.
a map,
Yeah.
and it tells you about each. It tells you about the different gravestone, like grave sites, and like who was there and what they did, and blah 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 blah. So.
Seagulls.
Yeah, mine.
But
Y'all see Finding Nemo? Mine.
but no. So yeah, we're slackers on doing the videos on a regular basis now.
We'll get there.
But
We'll get there.
Yeah, and so so that way they'll be a little bit shorter, so you can not have to go pop popcorn in between.
30 minutes.
And if you didn't pop popcorn, you should, because it's delicious.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're gonna head out. It's starting to, like I said, it's starting to get chilly, and we're gonna probably head over somewhere.
Yeah.
Panera or something to go ahead and upload this.
Yep.
And guys, we're at 198 subscribers, so we only need
Thank
two
you.
more for 200. So we're super excited about that. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed and are supporting us.
Right.
We love it. If you're new to our channel, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe.
And if you're watching the videos, I just want to say one thing. We saw some thumbs downs, but we love you anyway, no matter what. And we hope you have a wonderful day.
All right, friends, be kind to each other, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.